Hi, my name is Andrew Chang, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about John D. Rockefeller and what he achieved throughout his life. He had two main goals. One was to live over 100 years, and the other was to make over $100,000. He started working at the age of 16, making $3.50 a week. He stayed with this company for 3 years and eventually saved up enough money to buy his own company. The first year of this company, he grossed $450,000, which was pretty impressive. During the same year, the first oil drill was created. So he stayed with this company for 3 years and eventually decided that he needed to get into the oil business, which was very competitive at this time. In fact, two of his brothers owned about 40% of the market share when he entered, and during this time he only owned about 10%. His big goal was to own the entire oil industry, which was a pretty big accomplishment if he could handle it. In the next 10 years of his life, he bought out many of the companies in Philadelphia, New York, and Pittsburgh, and then he changed his transportation means to more of a pipeline and railroad tracks. After this, doing all this, he had about 90% of the market share, but he still needed that extra 10% to get the full monopoly. The last 10% was not easy. It was a pipeline company in Philadelphia that they didn't want to give it up to him. So within a couple of years, he eventually took them over, ran them out of business, and had the first monopoly in the United States. After he had his full monopoly, he created the first trust the United States have ever had, which was about 40 different companies that bought into Standard Oil. When he started working at a young age, he always gave about 10% of whatever he made to charity. And as he made more money, more and more went. After he made this huge fortune with Standard Oil, he started giving a lot more away into certain areas that he thought needed help. Two of the big ones were education and the medical research field. He started the University of Chicago, which he donated about $80 million to in his lifetime. He started the General Education Board, which has donated about $325 million to schools all across the United States. He started the Rockefeller Institute of Medical Research, which eventually turned into the Rockefeller University. His donations got so big that he needed to actually hire a board of specialists to help him donate this money, and this turned into the Rockefeller Foundation. During his entire life, he donated about $550 million, which was over half of his $900 million fortune. To put this a little more in perspective, Bill Gates today is worth $56 billion, and in today's money, John D. Rockefeller would have owned about $190 billion, and donating over half of it, he would have donated twice as much as Bill Gates is worth today. So most people know John D. Rockefeller for creating the first monopoly of Standard Oil, but what really left his mark on the United States was how much he donated and how much he gave back to really enhance the United States. Thank you.
Awesome.
That was very good.
Very good.
Yay, brother.